Hi guys, this is Amanda from RawGameplay's, and I'm here to make a countdown of my 5 top games for 2011. My first one is The Sims 3 Pets. The reason I like that one is because I can get so many hours into it, and I can actually play it while I'm watching TV, while I'm doing anything I want. I don't have to be there actively messing with it every 5 seconds. Rayman Origins. It's so fun to play with other people. I don't have to play with someone who knows what they're doing because it's easy enough to pick up that most people can play it pretty easily. MK9, Mortal Kombat 9. I really liked that one because it's also multiplayer and it's fun to play with other people, but it's not as easy to pick up. But because of its difficulty to master, it's kind of fun for that reason. My next pick is Batman Arkham City. Reason I like that one is because I love Batman. I don't need another reason, I love Batman. Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar, that's for the DS in case you guys don't know. I really like it. Oh, it's also for the 3DS too, but I really like that one because I've been a fan of Harvest Moon ever since Nancy got me into it years ago. And it's just fun. I mean, I can marry people and I can plant my plants and make monies. I'm happy, I like it. I like that game.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jorge and Nancy here from RawGameplay's, giving you my top 5 games of 2011. Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings on the PC. It's actually going to be ported over to Xbox in the next year, so if you don't have a diesel PC, you still have a chance to play. The really cool thing about this game that I enjoyed was it was a dark fantasy RPG. So it didn't touch upon the typical kind of orcs versus elves storyline. It dealt a lot with being pretty much a badass in a very cruel world. So it had its own decision system and a great dialogue and conversation tree, but not similar to say how like Mass Effect or say like SWTOR is, where you have the obvious good response, the obvious evil response, and you know which way to go. The game is full of nothing but gray and just these really in-between moral decisions, so you end up trying to pick the lesser of 2 evils as you play. But great game. Only downside is it's a very hard game, so there's really no tutorial. It kind of just throws you into the game and expects that you know everything. Saints Row the Third. I love this game. This clearly is a definition of just dicking around in a game. It reminds me a lot of Just Cause 2, which is just, the story is ridiculous, it makes no sense, but you can easily blow 50 to 60 hours in this big sandbox world where you can do whatever you want. Saints Row, anything goes in that game, and the story changes pretty much. Every corner you go is just some weird new gameplay element, so you'll be fighting zombies, or you'll be fighting gimps with a big 4-foot purple dildo. It's a great co-op game also. You'll find yourself kind of dicking around with your friends, figuring out more creative ways, stunts. You know, one favorite thing I did in the game was throw people off a penthouse, see if I can catch them like Batman. Didn't work, but still cool. Bastion. It's a downloadable title you can find on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live. This is a great game. Not many people really know about it. It was kind of like everyone's indie game of the year. Basically, it's kind of think old school Zelda thrown into a nice little 3D world. It's got beautiful music. The story itself is the world ends, so you're trying to piece together the world, and as you walk, the world builds around you. So it's got this really cool kind of watercolory. It almost looks like you're playing through a painting, so it kind of reminds you a lot of like when you're playing through Okami. Really cool. Another cool thing about the sound that I mentioned, the music kicks ass. The game is also narrated as you go, so you'll run into situations and the hero decided to go left, or the hero got killed. Or maybe the hero shouldn't have done that. And that's pretty much narrated through the whole game with this guy with this Ron Perlman type voice, which is really cool. Batman Arkham City. Hugo Strange is now the warden of Arkham City, which is a converted section of Gotham. So now it's an open world game, so Batman he's flying around doing missions. What I like about it is that if you're a fan of just the DC universe in general, this is pretty much fan service. You'll see a lot of characters, a lot of villains. They use people's rogues galleries from, you know, you'll find a Superman villain in there, which you don't really expect. And just a lot of cameos, and the voice work is really well done in the game. Action is still there. They have that free-flow combat, so you're just doing these crazy 40-hit combos. The game does a good job of making you feel like Batman. You'll get messages on the fly, and you'll give everyone the Batman response, and you glide around the city with pretty much ease, which is just beautiful. And it shows you a good job of just making Arkham City just chaotic, and like I said, you get that vibe of just being Batman and just feeling very badass. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I don't even know where to begin with this game. This game is enormous, it's beautiful, It's got great ambient noise. I'm a big sound guy, so I love games that just have great background music, and when you do something, you feel accomplished because it's just barbarians choiring. So when you level up, it's like, oh, 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 and you feel like you did something, which is excellent in the game. And also, it's an incredible time sink, but it kind of sneaks up on you. So before you know it, you've already dropped 40, 50 hours into the game, and you only scratched the surface. So this is a game you can easily dump over 100 hours in there and feel like you still didn't do anything. It might just be too big for some people, but if you give Skyrim the time, it's definitely my game of the year, and if you give it a shot, you'll probably agree with me. And if you don't, let me know in the comments. I know you will. So.
Hi guys, it's Nancy from RawGameplay's, and I'm here to give my top 5 for 2011. Harvest Moon. I think I got Amanda to play this game, what, four years ago? You know, it's a simulation-based game. You get to live a life as a farmer. There are over 5 bachelors or bachelorettes because you get to pick which gender you would like to be. Every week there's something called a bazaar where you go to and you just sell your items, you sell your goods, and then you want to reach a certain amount to become like the best in town and competing against others. It has a bit of a competitive sense to the game, so I guess that brings up my interest in it to keep playing. Mortal Kombat. I've been in the Mortal Kombat community for a little while now, but even before then, the first time I ever picked up Mortal Kombat was Mortal Kombat 4 for N64. And it was a terrible game, but playing MK9, it actually piqued my interest since they finally did a 3D version of it, even though a lot of people disagree, saying it sucks. I like the fact that you have to do combos instead of just button mashing like every other new friendly game. You could actually connect combos with one another to create a whole strain, and you do a lot of damage. There are mixed up footsies, pressure, all that stuff. It really causes tension, and I like that. Dance Central. I've been a dancer for a very long time, and never a professional dancer though. I just go with the flow. But Dance Central really, I enjoyed my time playing. It gets me moving. Pokemon Black or White. It wasn't as simple as just I want to be the very best and you just catch everything. It had a whole storyline in the back of it where N, what's his name? N? Yeah, N. He's just like, I am the king of Pokemon and I will release everybody but catch them at the same time. It was very contradictory, I feel. But I still love it. Mario Kart. Another childhood favorite game of mine. I've been playing, that was my first game ever played on a system that I've owned, which would be the N64. And it has similar maps to the older ones, if not the same, and it really brings out a sense of nostalgia. And I love the new characters, even though they're not all that new. But I love Baby Luigi. I think that's my favorite. He's my favorite aside from Yoshi.
So those are my top 5.
There you go. Everyone's kind of top 5 game of the year at RawGameplay.com. If you have any questions, do you agree with us, not agree with us?
My favorite top 5 for 2011.
Let us know what you guys think. Take care, enjoy your holidays.
Bye.